Well, good evening, my friends. It's a pleasure to be here with you for this week's devotional, and I hope you've had a great week so far. I am doing something that I've never done before this week. Usually, I bring you a devotional based on the message that I brought earlier that week. But today, I'm bringing you a message as a sneak peek to what I will be preaching on this coming Sunday. And the reason I'm doing that is because, well, for two reasons. First, it's been present within my heart, and I've been praying on this, and a few thoughts that I want to share with you, and so that's why I want to share the message that God has placed in my heart. And number two, the second reason, probably more importantly, the Lord has put it in my heart to share this because I think that some of you out there need to be reminded of this message, and God has led me to share this for that reason. So I hope it's a blessing to you. And it's out of the book of Galatians, chapter 6, where Paul is saying his final farewells in this letter, and he's encouraging the flock in Galatia to continue on in the good work, to bear in one another's burdens, to encourage one another, to lift each other up. He understands the struggle, the day-to-day struggle of the Christian faith. And here, starting in verse 7, he says, "Do not be deceived, God is not mocked, for whatever a man sows, this he will also reap. For the one who sows to his own flesh will from the flesh reap corruption. But the one who sows to the Spirit will from the Spirit reap eternal life. Let us not lose heart in doing good, for in due time we will reap if we do not grow weary. So then, while we have opportunity, let us do good to all people, and especially to those who are of the household of the faith." And I really pondered verse 9. Let us not lose heart in doing good. And in some translations, it's let us not give up in doing good, for in due time we will reap if we do not grow weary. And what Paul is saying here are two things that are very important. He's saying, don't give up. Don't lose heart. Don't get weary and stop what you're doing, because in due time, you're going to reap what you're sowing. He's saying, I know that it's difficult. I know that it's tough, but in the dedication that you're giving to the Word, in the devotion that you're giving to your study, in the fellowship that you're building, in the faithfulness in your walk, you're planting seeds in your life. Don't give up. Don't give up what you're doing, because I know that sometimes you're going to grow weary, like he says in verse 9. Sometimes you're going to get discouraged. Sometimes life is going to get very difficult, but don't quit. Don't give up. Don't lose heart. And he says, so then, while we have opportunity, let us do good to all people, and especially to those who are of the household of the faith. My friends, we are the household of the faith. In other words, what I think Paul is saying is, you need to encourage one another in your church. You need to lift up one another. And when you see a brother or sister grow weary, when you see them lose heart, when you see them want to give up, lift them up and say, no, I'm not going to let you quit. I'm not going to let you give up. I'm not going to let you grow weary. We're in this together. And that's what I want to share with you today. I understand this. It's really difficult sometimes. It's hard to get up. Sometimes it's hard to do the things that God calls us to do. Sometimes it gets discouraging. Sometimes it feels like we're not making a difference. Sometimes it feels like it doesn't matter. Sometimes we feel like we're letting God down. And sometimes we lift up our eyes and we say, Lord, I'm trying, but it seems like no matter how hard I try, I just can't do it right. I know this because I feel this a lot. And maybe some of you feel this way. All I can say to you is don't lose heart. Don't lose heart in what you're doing. Don't get discouraged. Don't give up. You've planted some good seeds in your life. Keep walking in the faith. Keep trusting in the process. I promise you, just like Paul says here, we will eventually reap. You're going to reap benefits from this walk. You're going to reap benefits from your faithfulness. God is ready to do a change in your life. Just don't lose heart. Don't give up. We're here to pray for you. We're here to encourage you. If you need prayer, if you need encouragement in your life, pick up a phone. Reach out to one of your brothers or sisters, as Paul says, of the household of the faith. We are the household of the faith. Reach out to your loved ones who want to encourage you in this walk. I know it can be difficult. Don't give up. I believe in you. God believes in you. And if you'll trust, I promise you, you will eventually reap. I hope that this message is encouraging, and I hope to see you Sunday, because I have a whole lot more to say about this then. God bless you, and I love you, and I pray for all of you.